We are the wanderers of changing worlds. In two teams, with one starting in Norway and the other one in Portugal, we walked through 16 European countries. Why? To ask people along the way how they perceive climate change. Has their environment changed in recent years? And how has this impacted their lives and their communities? Hey, sorry, the phone, I think the call just ended. Do you have a good, do you hear me well? Okay, perfect. So, in general, we're a team of around like 70-80 people. But since we are planning the entire route through Europe, and there always have to be people on the route, it's currently only the two people, Anna and me, who are going from the North Cape to Narvik, and then someone else is going to continue. So another two people from the team. Bye bye.
Hjertelig velkommen til nye rejsende her fra Odense. Her er Kaffeekspressen. Om et øjeblik kommer jeg gennem toget. Jeg kan blandt andet tilbyde kaffe, te og varm kakao til 20 kroner. Jeg glæder mig til at betjene.
Just arrived at Kiruna, a mining town in Sweden. Wir sind gerade vor ein paar Stunden in Tromsø angekommen, nachdem wir eine Nacht in Narvik verbracht haben und sitzen jetzt in der Sonne, ohne Socken, mit kurzen Ärmeln und Kappe am Hafen von Tromsø und schauen auf die schneebedeckten oder teils noch schneebedeckten Berge, die an der Küste hochragen. Hello.
Hey.
Good dog.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a short update to our current route planning because we got some information from the local DNT, the Norwegian Tracking Organization, and Marcus, for example, he called all the cabins or most of the cabins that were reachable and to ask if they are reachable.
So we contacted the DNT in Alta, the local region, and asked for their opinion on the current situation and whether we are able to go along the E1 hiking trail as it was originally planned. And we got quite a quick response that at the current moment it is impossible to stick to the E1 route due to the weather conditions, due to the amount of snow and due to the amount of water in the rivers.
But it's good that we already know that it might not be possible and that we have that the alternative would be to walk along the road. Like we feel really prepared because we read lots of articles or lots of reviews about the E1 and from North Cape to Narvik, how to walk there and about the conditions, and we feel prepared with our equipment, but still it's the question, like, in how much risk do we want to put ourselves into? So, hello from Honningsvåg. Honningsvåg is the last town that we, before the North Cape, before we reach the North Cape. The town itself is really touristy. You see the cruise ship in the background, and there were also two other cruise ships that arrived a few hours ago and lots of people walking through the town that has only 3,000 inhabitants. Within the last 2 hours that we spent here, we had 2 conversations with 2 scholars, one 15-year-old and one 19-year-old. And one last outcome was that we see lots of snow on the mountains here, where we have to walk.
Geht's, Anna?
Gut. Das lasse ich da alle anders machen.
Yes. Anna.
Okay, jetzt sind wir wieder gleich.
Sind wir gleich?
Nein, nicht ganz, aber es passt.
Ja, es ist halt zart mit dem Steinchen da. So the first question would be, very much in general, what associations do you have when you think about climate change?
It's the weather. For me, it's the weather, and it's also about the food situation, because we are here living. We are fish producers. The fishing and the fishing industry is the main business here. Have always been.
Quite some winters have been less stable. The weather has been more changing, like getting mild, colder. And that was perhaps as well before, but bigger differences in temperature.
Snow, snow, there's some snow. It's not yellow. Snow, there's snow, snow, snow. There's some snow. Hello.
Hi. So we have the third day now.
On the way to Oldafjord, and we took the main road, the E69, also because of the weather conditions. Because when we look in front of us, we see the mountains with snow, and there's lots of rain coming up. So we checked the weather conditions for the next days, and they said it's gonna be really rainy and cold, and we just thought we rather stick to the road.
And in terms of interviews, we probably won't find a lot of people on our way to the camping site because they're mostly vehicles. And yeah, so more focusing on the walk today, and hopefully we'll have a warm or relatively warm night.
And here to see the weather conditions. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ah, ein Stock. Hey, from Norway. It's day 4 of walking. We already had a long journey up to North Cape, so it's actually more than 1.5 weeks on the road now. We see the sun again, finally, after some hard weather conditions on the North Cape. Yeah, now we were mostly walking, or actually all the time walking next to the E69, the main road, which is quite stressful because the cars are passing by really fast and quite close. But so far we are okay, and we already had some talks with our team members, the Wanderers in Vienna, and that was really motivating.
Morning.
Good dog. Hey, hey, and welcome to. Hiya. We are stuck now. We have to go back. How do you feel?
Good. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
How many kilometers are left?
21. If we stick 23, yeah. Let's be gracious. 20.
Okay.
Good morning. So we have day number 9 today. We just had breakfast and we're looking forward to arrive in Masi tomorrow. A very important city, especially for Sami people, and since it was also majorly affected by the Alta conflict, by that hydroelectric power plant construction in 1968.
This commune where I live is Kautokeino. It's the biggest Sami commune in Norway. So the surroundings here are a lot of reindeers and people that are dealing with reindeer herding. So they are here from May to November, and then they move to the Finnish border because they are moving with the reindeers, they follow. So this is their summer place. They come in May, almost at the same time they always did. But it's later and later they move because the snow does come later than before. So this changing with snow, mild, cold, before it was more, when it was cold, and it was cold for a while, but now it can change every day.
Hey, hey. So I just want to give you a short insight in what we are doing every evening. It's a reflection protocol that we write, and it's on foil. We write on foil, and the reflection protocol is about the day, about the kilometers, about the natural landscape, geology, the topics, the people we met on the way. And we take a picture of it and then we load it up on OneDrive, and so the rest of the team can see what we were doing and use it for research and for me art or workshops.
That was how it was before, and then you had Meron, which were the coastal people, like my people. They would be There er brudepar.
Oh, And also, the reindeer herding is so, you can say, so fragile, and it's also so sustainable. Also, when you have, for instance, mines, which takes a lot of area, it really affects, our lives and the livelihood as well. So it also really scares me how the future might look like.
Hey, from Cape Verde, it's the end of week 3 now for us. It's day 21, as far as I remember.
And in 2 days we are starting our last big trip through the national park here, and we will sleep mostly in D&T huts, so the local hiking association. We have the key, we are ready. It will be quite challenging because of the melting water, and hopefully the rivers are not too strong, but we're optimistic, yes.
Afterwards, we will get closer to Narvik.
Alright, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I know I feel it's a new day, a new dawn, a new life for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new life. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, a new life.
Woo! Woo! Nice, madam. So it just took us about 10 minutes to cross this river. Marcus was a bit faster.
But I was like 2 times very close to falling down.
It wasn't that strong, the river stream, but it was sleepy. And now we look forward to go to not cross so many rivers anymore, although it was refreshing. Wo ist Markus? Let's see who's there.
Come in!
Hello, Markus!
Hey,
Long time no see.
welcome to my little apartment.
who do you think is in the responsibility to change the mindset or to change?
I think it's everyone. I think it's from the parents, of course, schools, politicals. We have to change in our mindsets from the early days. In everywhere, especially in the industrial nations. If the average Chinese should have the same as an average Norwegian or American or Austrian, how could that be? We can't produce enough. We can take it. And we can sit here in Norway and say that we should have it, but not you. How can we do that? It's crazy. We can't say that. We need to share our common good.
Yeah. So good morning from Dividalshytta. It's the 3rd of July. Well, now, today, we decided to not walk further in the national park because of the weather conditions. It just started to rain again, and because there's one bridge that's broken or a little bit broken, and we are not sure if we can cross it. And if we go there and can't cross it, then we have to walk back for about 4 days, and we don't have enough food, neither enough time for that. So now we leave the national park and walk towards the coast and set them on, and then back to Narvik.
From the North Cape to Europe's far west, collecting changing climates is our quest. We wonder how people experience climate change, its challenging influence. Yeah, we are wanderers of changing worlds. We are wanderers of changing worlds. And we're curious to feel how these worlds may just appeal to us as wanderers of worlds.
Hello.
Hello.
It's day 36 today, which means it's our actual last day.
We end our journey in Norway at the same point where we started it, in Narvik. And when we arrived, it was quite lonely. Like, there were not many people here around, but now there are lots of people taking the same train as us. Like 1 month later, lots of tourists and also lots of locals.
It has been very rewarding. It was extremely enriching to have so many locals talking to us, doing interviews with us, and seeing so many different places, diving into different biophysical landscapes and seeing the landscapes change. Yeah, for me, I grew a lot, I think, and it was, of course, quite challenging, especially the walking part, and being together 24/7 for more than a month is, of course, tough.
I'm looking in the future and I see a lot of success.
It will be interesting to see how it feels for the body to not walk anymore. And looking forward to sunrise and sunset, actually.
Yes.
And also to see familiar faces and hear familiar voices again. Also to see the next team starting and to see how they are getting on. Wishing them a lot of luck and good experiences as we had.
Oh Gott, alles okay? Oh nein. wanderer fell. Wanderer down, wanderer down. She has to do it by herself. But thanks so much for tuning in, for listening to us, to joining us on our walk.
Yeah, and also thank you for all the supporting us by watching our videos or supporting us by your messages or calls, and just to help us grow as people and grow as a project.
Bye bye. Oh wow. I wonder how our friends in Portugal are doing. Let's give them a visit.